Virtual Saturday selection. Go to ESPN.com, search Chevrolet to play along with us. As guest pickers, we've had country superstars here. We've had Katy Perry represent. We haven't had nearly enough rockers. And today, a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, Alice Cooper, who grew up right down the road in Detroit, is a Michigan State guy from birth. Now lives out in the desert. Was going to play tonight with Motley Crue at Joe Louis Arena, but joins us here this morning.
Thank you. This is Michigan. You know, I'm from Detroit, so Wolverines, Spartans. I mean, you know, yes, sir. I never made that choice. I just kind of sat in the middle. As long as it's for Michigan, I'm happy.
Yeah. How do you feel about Penn State and Indiana? We're going to start, Desmond, in the Big Ten here. Indiana snapped a 16-game losing streak last year.
I think Indiana's a little upset over losing to Michigan a week ago. I think they're going to beat Penn State. I got Indiana beating Penn State.
Hoosiers now upset over that loss in the Big House.
Yeah, exactly.
Alex, how do you see that?
I used to live in Pennsylvania for a little while, so that's more of a sentimental thing. Penn State, that's a sort of a who cares game to me.
Wow.
The next
Hey, me too. Penn State, that was a great pick. Good job, Penn State.
Alice was like, it's a big weekend. We got Penn State, Indiana to start it. I got Indiana. Indiana at home, Penn State, I don't think they can get it done.
Right.
This is not a who cares game.
No.
Northwestern's at home against Michigan. They are not very good against the number this year. 2-6 the Wildcats are disappointed.
Yeah, you know, I was going to pick Northwestern because that formula worked for me a week ago with Indiana. But in front of this crowd, I cannot pick Northwestern. I got Michigan beating Northwestern on the road. I got to get a crowd what they want.
Yeah.
In my house, boy, I'll tell you, Desmond, you know, he was the man.
Yes, sir.
You know, gotta go Michigan.
Oh. Not so fast, Alice. I'm gonna knock you to the moon. Yeah, Alice. Northwestern in an upset.
I'm going to go Michigan for the crowd.
Michigan. Well, I got Northwestern.
You can't throw him a line he hadn't heard. Georgia, Kentucky, minutes away in Lexington.
You know what? Surprisingly, I think Kentucky's going to pull an upset. I like Kentucky to beat Georgia.
Got Georgia in this one. Yeah.
Bounce back.
I got not so fast, Georgia. We got Georgia. I got Georgia. He got Kentucky.
I think Georgia comes back. They struggle, but they're gonna find a way to win. I think Kentucky's a good team, but I think Georgia will beat them.
Alabama at night on the Bayou. Both the Tide and the Tigers coming off a bye week. Hard-knocking game. Who survives that?
Grown man football in Death Valley. I think that Alabama's going to find a way. Alabama in a close one, very close one.
Now, you know, that's the toughest thing in the world. SEC, you never get a break in the SEC.
Exactly.
Every week you're playing somebody great. LSU.
Oh, man. Stupid call. Hey, not so fast. No more Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Michigan. I'm going with Alabama.
I think Alabama on the road, this is a game where Blake Sims is going to have to be able to grow up and make plays with his feet to keep drives alive. Goes down to the fourth quarter late. Alabama finds a way to win, and then they get into the driver's seat in the SEC West.
In Tempe, it's 50 degrees warmer there than here. That's where you live. Right there. You got your sports bar there.
My son graduated ASU, so
Notre Dame and Arizona State, Des.
Oh, because his son graduated ASU, Sun Devils.
Sun Devils.
Same reason, Sun Devils.
That's it, huh?
Yeah,
I'm going to go Notre Dame. I think when Notre Dame plays a lesser opponent, they seem to play down to that team. When they play a better team, they seem to raise their game up. I think this will be a week where they raise their game up. Everett Golson will play well, and the defense will come up with some turnovers. I like the Irish.
Last time Oregon beat Stanford, they lost the following week. They go to Utah.
Yeah.
Utes are dangerous home dogs in there. Oregon can clinch the Pac-12 North if they can dodge the upset trap tonight.
The Oregon Ducks defense has been just criticized, heavily criticized the whole season. I think they're going to step up. They're going to create a couple of turnovers. I have Oregon in a tough matchup against Utah. I got Oregon.
I got Oregon. If you look at their stats, first after that first loss. And
that's a great pick. Oregon's going to win this game. But I tell you, might be closer than the experts think.
Yeah, it could be, but it also could be a position where Oregon feels that challenge.
Yeah.
I think Mariota is going to be able to have a big night throwing the football because I think Oregon will do enough running the ball, take some of the pressure. Remember, Utah leads the nation with 39 sacks. I think they got to run first to get Mariota in those play-action situations. I like the Ducks.
In Seattle, where the setting is typically important when UCLA meets the Huskies. The home team's won 6 out of 7. Who gets out of there with a win?
Coach, I got the Bruins.
Oh, thank you.
I'm with you right now, but I'm still not sold on the Bruins. But they'll beat Washington in this game.
I got UCLA.
UCLA is my preseason pick. Win it all. I'm going UCLA.
Yeah, preseason pick, we lock and load on that. I think Hundley really is grown up. I mean, believe it or not, he was one of the highlighted names in this sport in August, and I think he felt the weight of that. I think now he's playing a different level. I think he's running the football. He's making a lot of plays. I think UCLA on the road wins.
One of those something's got to give games, according to the experts, because we know how good K-State is. 16-2, the last 18 games against the number. The Horned Frogs 9-1 this year against the number. Somebody's going to lose against the number.
Yeah, well, Herbstreit just mentioned how Hundley is growing up. I think the same thing for Boykin. I think Trevon Boykin is maturing. I think his leadership is starting to really come through. And I think the TCU is going to win a close one against Kansas State. I like Boykin.
I'm with you, TCU. I know you want the upset.
Now school is out forever. Remember that?
Saw that coming too.
Not so fast. He gave me all those not so fast. I know.
Somebody had to download the the rock and roll guy over there. I'm going to go, believe it or not, all week I thought TCU, but I'm going to go with Kansas State. The Bill Snyder formula with defense and special teams and field position and few penalties, taking care of the football. If they're around in the fourth quarter, Jake Waters will make a play and they'll win it. I like K-State.
He's kind of he's like the Bills brothers, Jim. Yeah. You guys see things I thought I'd never see. Lee Corso and Alice Cooper sitting together.
Which year?
Right there.
Oh, our album is great.
Yeah. What's the next game? Baylor and Oklahoma. Just minutes from now in Norman.
Trevor Knight starting to run the ball more. They're going to use his feet, not just his arm. I got OU beating Baylor.
OU.
Yeah, I got OU.
Baylor underdogs, disrespected. They feel like here's a chance for a statement win.
I think Baylor. I think Baylor's going to step up and beat them.
And they're going to turn turnovers into points. That's the way Baylor's going to win this game. Baylor.
Revenge. I think OU is angry about last year. I think they were frustrated the fact that they lost to Baylor. It's back in Norman. Baylor's never been able to win there. I just think that Oklahoma, chip on their shoulder with the defense, they get it done. I like OU.
We saw the Mountaineers lose a heartbreaker to TCU. Now they got to go at Texas, play on the road. Here's this little note for you from the Bear. The last 5 Mountaineer games, you expect a lot of points. The last 5 have gone under. Low-scoring game in Austin or a shootout there?
It's a shootout. A shootout. I think that West Virginia is going to win. You know, I think they're so angry about losing the way they lost a week ago in Morgantown, TCU. I think they're going to seek their revenge on Texas. I got West Virginia.
I got West Virginia because of the TCU game, because they played so well in that game.
Country road. No, man. I got
learn the lyrics.
I don't know either.
Texas in an upset. Texas is going to beat West Virginia.
Yeah, based on some of the other logic up here, my youngest son Chase, who's here with me, he said to pick Texas, so I'm going to go with Texas. That seems to work for all these other guys. I'm going with Texas.
Young Chase Herbstreit said to pick Ohio State there. Not many people are picking Ohio State so far. We'll find out in just a second. This is the Big Ten game of the year. The Buckeyes come after something they believe the Spartans ripped away from them. Not have a chance to win the conference title, go to the Rose Bowl, and play for the BCS title. Spartans haven't beaten Ohio State right here since 1999. What will happen on a wintry evening in East Lansing?
Last year, that loss was pretty devastating.
The Spartans will head to the Rose Bowl as Big Ten champions.
They kind of ruined our hopes of what could have been. I've had this game circled personally since the minute I stepped off that field last year.
I understand that they're coming in here with a grudge and settle, and we're not worried about how they feel because we're not trying to change ourselves for them.
You get hit, you can get knocked down, get back up and go. And here we are again with another opportunity.
They're going to come out trying to take us out. They're trying to come to our place. So, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a bloodbath. They're coming for us, and we're coming for them.
It's going to be a bloodbath, the quarterback says. That bloodbath's up your alley. Give us the key to it.
Ohio State's offense has improved so much from the Virginia Tech game. This is the night we find out, has Ohio State's offense improved, or is it just because of who they have played? Tonight, they're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. So tonight we find out one way or another, Des, how much JT Barrett and that Buckeye offense has improved. because of that defense.
I'm so comfortable right now with Connor Cook as a quarterback. I mean, a year ago, this kid, he didn't have a lot of confidence. Right now, he's played in these big games, been on the big stage, won 2 MVPs, Big Ten Championship, Rose Bowl. I got Michigan State beating Ohio State because of Connor Cook.
A momentary cheer for 15 seconds wins over the crowd here in East Lansing. Alice, how do you see this game tonight?
I don't see how Michigan State can lose this game.
Wow.
Michigan State,
Emphatically tight.
Emphatically.
Emphatically.
Yeah, embarrassingly.
Embarrassing.
Whoa, man.
Mr. Corso, you look tatted up there.
First thing, I put 250 mascots in. My first one was Brutus the Buckeye. Watch this. Oh.
96.
96.
We all looked a little
Look at
different.
him. Of course, I love Brutus. He's my favorite.
Yeah.
But that was then, and now is now. This is strictly business. And this is Sparta!
Look up the trench coat. There we go.
Dress him up.
Oh, yeah, get that answer.
We got the thumb.
Oh, man.
We spin that around. Going the right way. Alice, this was great fun. Honor to meet you. It's Father's Show tonight with Motley Crue. Enjoy your football showdown between now and about 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Monster high-impact games. To Lexington, Dave Pash, Brian Greasy, Tom Loganville, the Bulldogs, and the Cats. Man, that was fun.
Best of the year.